Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 15, Week 7. It's just me today. Actually, it's probably going to be just me for more or less the rest of the season outside the live games because finding people to do this consistently is proving itself to be quite the difficulty. If you're wondering why this is a week and a half late, that's part of what it's about. Should be able to get the rest of the games done in good time, but you know how that goes. Today we're looking at Alch Capone taking on the Sandgangers. Today, we're gonna ban out the Primal Beast, ban out the Ricky. We're also briefly gonna turn Dota 2 down just a hair.
Dire team pick.
Because you probably didn't need to hear this game at full volume anyway. Treant silencer ban on the other side of the affairs. Treant's definitely good. Legitimately, if you ban Treant against this team, you're banning like over half of Black Otter's support games, more or less.
5 seconds remaining.
Cannot be a bad idea. Sandgangers do have the opportunity to pick the Lena here. Now, of course, this is post-patch, so they're not going to do it. They're going to go with Undying instead. Alch Capone, whose live game is probably going to be late this week because it was incredibly spoiled for everybody involved, and I want to forget about it to at least some degree.
5 seconds
Or like whose quarterfinals game, I suppose. First pick Snapfire, not a huge surprise.
Dire team pick.
And following it up with a Dawnbreaker. Okay, that's interesting. Dawnbreaker versus Undying is an interesting scenario because, like, a support Dawnbreaker is going to stay out of the fray and is going to be able to, or even a core Dawnbreaker, really. It's going to be able to stay out of the fray and engage when she wants to and not have to deal with all the Undying crap. Unfortunately for Dawnbreaker, they picked it without banning the Nyx Assassin, so now the hero is basically useless for most of this game.
Dire team back.
Spectre and the Enigma down. I believe this is the first time we've actually seen a ban for Godlike Matt in a while.
Seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
There goes Medusa. Certainly going to be a support Dawnbreaker now on Alch Capone, right? Like, you can't pick Dawnbreaker, get hit with a Nyx Assassin, and then say, okay, I'm going to run a core anyway. That really doesn't work. Doom out. Just going after the Matt Classics here. You know, not surprising. It is Mickle on this lineup. If you're not familiar, of course, Mickle, Godlike Matt, formed 2 of the 5 of the really dominant MK ulti team from Season 13, who was that season's choke on the bracket. Because every season has to have at least one. Can't wait to see which team chokes on the bracket this season. Maybe it's already happened, and I just don't know it yet. I'll figure it out pretty soon in any case. Perhaps Doom was a central part of the Sandganger strategy here, as all of a sudden the pace of this pick phase has slowed to a crawl.
Radiant team back.
And there goes Ursa. I don't know how much I like Ursa in an Nyx Assassin, but, you know. It's actually one of the more obnoxious heroes for him. The ability for Neek's Assassin to blow up a Zint can actually be pretty annoying for Ursa to deal with. Just messes up the tempo of his abilities pretty badly to try and have to do something about that. The stun is, you know, as with any stun, really not the best thing for Ursa to have to deal with. And of course, being able to just randomly make him stun in the middle of the fight with your Carapace also kind of sucks. But then he's going to be saving for the Carapace for the Dawnbreaker every time, or else he's not going to be doing anything. So, you know.
10 seconds remaining.
He says one job this game, that ain't it. So I guess to that end, it's a little bit more effective ban than perhaps the on-paper equivalent. No Pudge, by the way. It's 3 map bans in a row. Alch Capone with the danger pick. Whoever gets picked in this slot, almost assuredly is not going to have a good game. Today it's going to be Legion Commander? Now? You sure? I mean, if you want to take Neeks out of the fight, make him unable to stop the Dawnbreaker from coming in, that's one way to do it, I suppose. I don't know if you really want to be dueling Neeks all the time, but hey, you know, there's that.
5 seconds remaining.
But boy, oh boy, there's a lot of counters to Legion Commander, and almost none of them have been banned so far. I mean, hey, you got rid of the tree, that's good. Silencer and Enigma can be pretty bad. There's a lot worse than that, though. He also really doesn't like the this Undying fellow terribly much. She doesn't like that guy at all. If you duel somebody and Razor gets Celicia on you, that duel is over and it's not going to be good for you. If you duel Razor when he has his W on you, you are dead. You are 100% dead. You just lost a duel.
10 seconds remaining.
So that's quite annoying for the LC to deal with.
5 seconds remaining.
Shanganger's running out of time here. Maybe we're going to random again. Thinking very hard about this pick. Almost ran out of time on it. And it's old Albert Chemist. Certainly interesting.
Dire team ban.
Drow Ranger.
It's the Mickle Drow in response. Ultimately, it's probably in a vacuum going to be able to outdo the Alchemist here. They actually do have a lot to stop him, hypothetically. I mean, like a duel on Alchemist. If they just, like, pop from Fog and suddenly duel the Alchemist before he's able to ult, he's just 100% dead 100% of the time. There's nothing he can do about it. Downside is that if they do that, then they have nothing to do about the Neeks Assassin, which means that you're still pretty much down a hero. Also, the ability to just suddenly pop out from the fog and just start dueling the guy and have guys like with you to like make sure you win. That is not the easiest thing in the world. It's certainly easier said than done. It's going to require very good vision on Alch Capone's part. It's going to be requiring very good playmaking on Alch Capone's part. This is going to be an interesting scenario because the mint matchup has freshly happened. We're going to be seeing Meph taking on Reedy here, which did happen recently in Fluffy Hat. The last season of Fluffy Hat before that one exploded.
10 seconds remaining.
So there's going to be a certain element of familiarity with the mint matchup here, but maybe it's been a little bit less present with some of the matchups so far this season. So a lot of these guys are fairly fresh to the league and come from pretty diverse places. And some of them are guys who just haven't been here in several seasons and have not faced each other particularly recently.
10 seconds remaining.
At least not in the LD2L fields.
5
So having a mid
seconds
matchup
remaining.
that we saw, I think it's actually unique in that element, because I think most of the season 14 and 13 mids are either playing a different role or gone right now.
Radiant team pick.
Sanganger's bringing out the Mars here for some reason. I mean, the answer, of course, to that is because it's a drought counter, but
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I feel like even if you want a drought counter, you could probably do better than Mars.
5
You're really
seconds
putting yourself at risk whenever you pick this hero, to be frank. And Alch Capone is going to get a very long time to think about exactly what they want to do to this. Realistically, there are quite a few solutions to the old Mars problem on the table. There's not really any solutions to that Neek's problem left, and it really never did get answered, but... I mean, I guess you don't really need the solution to the Mars problem that badly, do you? Because you already got the Snapfire. And of course, the Snapfire ult is going to get screwed over by the Neek's Assassin Carapace, but, you know... Hell, really, with a Snapfire ult, I think you don't even care that much. Like, I think, you know, like the second or third shot, which is probably when the Carapace is going to happen, you're more or less, you've already got the job done. If you've hit that arena, it's already a total no-go zone for the enemy team, more or less. And of course, Neeks is likely going to be holding Carapace specifically for Dawn anyway, so there is a good chance that Snap gets the whole Hardy out, or there is a chance that Neek's Assassin has 2 Carapace for... Oh, Queen of Pain. Cannot imagine Quap's going to be doing much better this patch, but we'll definitely see. It is going to be a bit unfortunate for the Neeks, as I was kind of getting into there, that, okay, it's going to be mid-Mars, that's interesting. That, he's going to be playing into the Snapfire, going to be playing into the Dawnbreaker like this. Basically means that, you know, if you pop Carapace for the Snap ult, then Dawn can drop on your head. If you pop Carapace for the Dawn ult, then Snap can launch the artillery anyway. And in either case, like, disabling one, getting the other is probably ultimately okay for Alch Capone. Still, I don't know. The LC pick seems like a dud to me. I really don't see many dual wins for the LC here. I feel like that, like, I don't know if this is gonna be a weird thing to say. I don't know if you can pick an LC as a first pick team. Maybe if you want to do it where the Drow Ranger is, we got a really safe pause one, and you want to pick it there. But as far as like picking it here, picking an LC in the danger spot, I feel like you're very rarely gonna get away with that. And of course, here we have the Neeks Assassin in contrast. I always love that. The stupid dramatic intro, and then here's Neeks! The quad pick, though, not really not the quad pick. The LC pick, not really the biggest fan of it in the world. Picking it here now, it's a little dangerous, and certainly the quad pick is always going to be at least somewhat of a danger right now, just because. Lig. Oh, he said GG is game's over. I don't know what that means. Interesting to see the Reedy Mars. Haters are gonna hate.
"30 seconds to battle."
What? We're gonna do some funny lane business. Alch's sitting at mid. Reedy dodging meth. What's going on here? What a scuffle for the runes up
The
here.
battle begins.
Elsie gets a really big, Ooh, Elsie gets the rune, actually. Under, like, 4 people here. But this ain't where you want to be with a Mars on the other side. Mickle running for his miserable life. He ain't getting it. 3 runes for the Alch Capone lineup at the cost of first blood on their pause 3, which is not the best way to start. And it's going to be, yeah, Reedy is pause 1 Mars. Okay, this is some wacky tack crap right here. I don't know what's going on. Well, either way, I think because of that, I'm gonna, you know, maybe withhold the roll call till game 2 when it makes a little bit more sense. Guess they have probably just lane swapped the Alch and the... Well, except no, because this is definitely... They're not going to be playing Puzzle on Mars. At least they better not be playing Puzzle on Mars. That hero's bad enough as a pause 3. Alright? That man's a 40% wonder already in that role. I don't know if you want to be doing that, really. I don't know. Probably just wants it for the lane against CLC. Doesn't want to send the Razor down there, maybe, for some reason, but I don't know why. Or just wants to send the Razor against the Drow, I guess, which is probably okay. Oof. Well, probably a little less okay. I mean, he did just get completely routed out there in what might be the best go he's going to get in this lane. I wonder if Mickle still has his MK ulti crap on. No, he does not. Mickle's got his Alch Capone stuff facing the ghost of his own team over on Godlike Matt's sponsor. Actually, everybody on this lineup except Meth has the Alch Capone. The Alch Capone identifier. Meth is playing for a team named Gravy. I believe Ed is the captain of that team, but I can't be sure. Mickle getting pretty hammered up here. Actually, both of these off lanes not doing their, not perhaps doing their best. They're both in last place overall on their respective teams. Both in last place as a result in the server. And both, okay. Awkward time for Geistonly to be out of the lane. There's one thing Jackie Chan is certainly doing well in this lane, is just distracting the hell out of Geistonly, who's just kind of chasing him around in the jungle, just like not really doing anything, while the Drow Ranger gets run at by the Racer. Ooh, Drow at like no HP. Survive that at like 15. Ooh, good thing there's no Carapace. That would have been really sad if Drow Ranger just killed herself on that. Holy crap! That was close. What the hell, Razor? Razor eats a clarity and from Neeks and then calls him useless decorum. That's not nice. It's looking low. Matt looking low too. Okay. Double kill down here at bot. Tips going out. Courier was killed up at top. The courier of one Reedy killed up at top. If you're waiting at the edge of your seat to figure out how this mid is going so far, spoilers: Alch is not winning the last hit contest.
This will provide.
He's only down by 2 last hits, but notably he's down by 7 denies. That's some math for you, some quick math. Any math experts out there, shout outs to you. Jackie Chan. Ooh, good timing on that stun there. I think if that stun does not come out at that time, then you have a bug going squish. This is a somewhat unfortunate situation for Alch Capone here, having to play into
Radiant's courier has been killed.
goodbye, Geistonley's courier. Having to play into Razor, who now has his full stock again. One of the biggest upsides they had in that last go that killed them both is that Razor was pretty much out of mana and out of things off cooldown by the time it happened. No such luck here. Selena's gonna have to go through a lot of sustain. Honestly, if I was Geist, I think I would just genuinely just be carting out about as many tangos as I could get my hands on, more or less. Seems genuinely like that would be the biggest upside you could have in this lane. Top lane has turned from Mickle getting kind of dominated to both teams just kind of awkwardly watching each other farm. Reedy is in first place on his team for last hit, so to be honest with you, I don't think that means anything. Again, I'm sure there was some guy at Lima who was like, I'm gonna do the puzzle on Mars, go 30 million and 0. I'm gonna have some angry person in my comments explaining to me exactly why this is a great idea, actually, as it turns out. But Mars's numbers are so terrible. I mean, so god awful. I just can't see it in any universe. Maybe somebody who is a genuine god at this hero could pull it off, but I don't know if Reedy is a genuine god at this hero. Guy's only gonna take a kind of random spill here, and then he's gonna get tipped by both members of the other team's offlane. Kind of an example of what I've been talking about a bit sometimes this season with the whole like don't work yourself with the strength thing. It's like we have the Undying against a double strength off lane here. The problem is that it's rare to never that he's actually getting the opportunity to get like the multiple decays off. If you're not getting the double decays, or if you're, for example, not getting the double or triple or whatever whirling blades, then there might as well not be double strength here. It might as well be one strength hero, you know? It might as well be however many you get, and if however many you get ain't more than one, then you got one, and it means nothing. Really very low here. Nothing else. Mars is a really terrible duel target, so actually getting rid of him with the first duel is probably not really going to happen.
Dire's middle tower
Good one.
is under attack.
Map on his way by. He has been spotted out here on this ward.
Denied.
And he's realized it, so he's just TPing back. Not the worst idea. Manoy is just shown back up the lane after being in the jungle for a while. And trying to custodian this is Can we get an instant replay of that? Alright, here comes the first arena. He's actually beat the LC at level 6 here. He's got this stupid Meteor Hammer build. And actually almost dies with it, so there we go. Oh, okay, never mind. Mickle is going to forget that skill exists and dies, and then gets tipped for it. I mean, he tips back, but nah, Mickle, you deserve that. What were you doing? Just accept it. You made that terrible first arena actually work, and you died to a terrible hero. You deserve the tip. Just eat it. Just eat the tip and keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Still working on this T1 mid here. Alch has pulled ahead on the last hit chart though. Most of that has been from just sodding off to the jungle. When he does try to come to this lane, not much happens for him. So no surprise that he's taking this strategy. Swing and a miss on that LCQ. I'm gonna get Blade Mail for the Blink Dagger in this game.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, it's probably fine. It's no, I don't think I like that actually. Your biggest, like, your biggest I need to do this game is going to be dueling the Alchemist before he gets like scary enough to do anything that matters. And waiting till you get a full Blade Mail and then the Blink to do it is not so great. Ooh. Feel like every time I look at these two for Alch Capone down here in the safe lane, they're just always 98% of the way down to dead. Looking at the LC again here. I actually do have the arena back up. Are we getting funny combat music? What's happening? That made it. Oh, probably a multi-shot if I'm guessing. Actually, no, that's off CD. Never mind. Funny combat music happens for literally no reason. Thanks, Dota 2. Matt's going home. You know, there's one thing you can certainly say about the pick pole as a neutral item, and it's one of the best things to have pop out for you if you're somebody in a more competitive situation as far as, interesting. Absolutely fascinating. Tip comes out, and yeah, that time, that's when we deserve the tip. But he's using a clarity, Mick! Hit Q on him! Come on! Ah! Oh no. Anyway, Alch finished his Radiance, so there's that. We got all the meme meta coming out in this particular matchup. We got the quick Radiance, which, I mean, it's Alch, it's gonna happen anyway. You got the Meteor Hammer.
Structures are fortified.
Moving on. Got a bit of a go down here at bot. Let's see this take place. Oh, he just... Ooh, that's an awkward time for Vision to get put on him. Yep, just did not have the... I guess the gust missed. Either way, Razor's gonna pay for it. First dual win for Mickle here. Just a bit unfortunate he did have to wait till level 7 to get it, but he did get it in the end. I think the real important time for duels is after you get the trade at 10 anyway, so it's probably fine. By the way, can I just point out, the level 10 LC talent tree, it's like one of the worst non-choices in this entire game. I mean, you really have to be smoking to think you, I picked LC, what I need is overwhelming odds radius. I'm sure that inexplicably has a plus 8% Dota buff win rate, but I would also guess that that probably would be the case because it only gets picked in incredibly uncompetitive games. Mickle getting hammered. We're gonna get a little bit of revenge for that duel on Razor, but unfortunately for them, unlike the Drow Ranger, who is rather slow at the moment, LC is nothing but fast, so she is able to just get out of here. And she is quite close to finishing up this Blade Mail. It's like just a camps away. We have an arena on the Drow Ranger here. Really not... Okay, goodbye. That was just interesting play all around on the Drow Ranger's part. I'm not sure why she's here. Not sure why she responded to the dry arena by standing still with the multi-shot, and I'm really not sure. Oh, Reedy dead? Nope. Nah, the Tango's gonna save him here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Drow's now a mid instead, and this is probably where she should be, if anything. I mean, Mars is a pretty bad hero, and I don't think anybody is going to. Okay, we do get the dual win on Alch, even without the blink dagger, which is nice, and even with his ult, which is definitely a good sign. Of course, that was a 1v4 scenario for the Alchemist, which you're not going to get every day, but still, that is a very, very, very good turn of events for you here. Take a look at the net worth chart. Perhaps no surprises here. Aside from maybe the LC being pretty far and Matters being almost gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's sneaking around over here. You still have Drow on this vision. Nobody has realized that they have vision up here yet. It's probably not going to be a mystery for long, but... Oh, Reedy just got tipped. I can only assume what happened. So... that's that hammer right there. That celestial hammer on the... Oh, okay. Hello, Muff. Celestial hammer on the Dawnbreaker there is like the $1 million celestial hammer. There is absolutely no way LC survives without it. Gonna get a kill on the Undying here. They're gonna think about the they're gonna think about the Neek's assassin before Alch just randomly shows up and they die. But now Manoy is going to blow up. Unfortunately, I don't think that go actually gave them the recon there that area is warded up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's almost sniped himself a carrier here. I don't think with anything particularly exciting on it. Duel out on the Mars. Unfortunately, we're going to ignore what his passive does, and everybody shoots him from the front. Duel is not won, but the guy still dies. He's the second net worth in the server, so that's probably okay. Very interesting ult shot. Very interesting death of alchemists there. Just died with ult up. That's very sad. Not died with ult up, died with ult off CD rather. Just very sad. Certainly, if Quap ends up with an Orchid this game, we could definitely see some freak accidents happen. But I think it's probably going to be late enough that by the time he gets it, that Alch is definitely going to have that BKB. So.
Dire's top tower is
I mean, still, you can have that happen. I mean, what Alch just likes to fight with the BKB up, right? You know, every Alch in the world, especially Manoy, is going to be like, screw it, 9 seconds are up, I don't care, I have ult, go, 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 right?
Dire's top tower is
Meanwhile, Drow is going to right-click creeps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Radiant bot T1 finally going down. Which was the first tower of the game that goes down. In fact, it's the LD2L tradition. Whoa, it's about to tank a smoke gank.
The lizard's death is on you.
Dire's
Damn.
middle tower is under attack.
Not nice, Mars. Right now, Alch Capone. Okay. Back up. We have the LC, or not the LC, the Dawnbreaker ult, which was good, but it was not only late, it got interrupted, so. Not what you wanted.
Radiant structure
Blink on the Mars.
fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Say this much, Drow has been pretty much completely free farming for quite a while now. Feels like it's been a decade since we last saw Drow in any significant danger. Well, they have been getting good picks on the likes of the Dawn and the LC from time to time. Not Dawn and LC, on the Quap and LC from time to time.
is under attack.
Probably not going to be worth it in the end. Oh my god, we're doing this Meteor Hammer spam
Radiant's
crap.
top tower has fallen.
Can we just make a pact as the LD2L to just not do this? A very random ult from the Snapfire here is going to get really nothing done. The Alch Capone lineup is stuck around here for quite a long time. It's likely going to... Okay, that was probably not the most necessary quapple, but you know. Probably not the duel you wanted. This is going to be... this is going to end in the LC not dying, but you know. I was still just casually free farming away down bot, without worry in the world. Of course, Alch is also free farming, but I'm sure, as you probably have figured out if you've played this game before, Alch free farming is not nearly as scary as the Drow free farming. He's going to be pretty bad for a while, and indeed, I think this team does have a very good ability to lose this game during the peak of Alchemist's career, but like. LC, nobody's even thinking about her. Nobody's touched her. Not LC. The Drow, nobody's thinking about her. Nobody's touched her. Nobody's had even so much as a passing glance of her in such a long time. Goodbye, map. Once again, that hammer coming out there, making things real annoying for that team. Alch Capone have finally started to fix this big vision deficit that they've been having for a lot of this game. Smoke coming out here. Dawnbreaker's gonna tank it. We're gonna get a cool arena, but it just gets turned around on them pretty bad. Mars gets dueled to death, but unfortunately that quap ult hit everything except the one person that it was aiming at, so it all turns bad really fast. I think if Razor actually just randomly dies there, it's really bad. But if Drow randomly dies here, that's pretty much equally bad. Alright. Well, that was Drow's reveal from the jungle. She walked into Alch immediately and died. Probably not what you wanted. LC Blink Daggers come up, so there is that. She did win a duel off of that as well, which is another big deal. It's, ooh, goodbye, Dawnbreaker. These guys have a fascination in this game with just being a little too far forward against a team with a lot of very quick catch. Okay, this is interesting. Razor just won a duel. Did end in his death. It did end the end of a godlike streak, but it's certainly not going to be worth it if this happens. I don't know, I just don't really see why Drow's like... I don't see why they're playing this game so offensively at this point, like... This is one of those rare games where the Sandgangers are... Oh, okay, goodbye. This is one of those rare games where the Sandgangers are going to be like the team that doesn't scale, and it's not even going to be all that close. Like, this Sandgangers team is done at like 35 minutes. Once that happens, these guys have nothing. So I'm very surprised to see how aggressive the Alch Capone lineup is playing this. Also surprising, it's just like they don't understand like some of the consequences these heroes can give to them. Does not look like the most coordinated team right now. I'm gonna try to go for a duel here. The one-man arena is not going to save them.
Dire's bottom tower
And
has
Matt
fallen.
is going to BKB run away. That was his 8 seconds, so probably not what you want to use that on, but that's what you got to do, baby. That's what you got to do. 48 dual damage on the LC, compared to
Dire's
28
middle
on the
tower is under
Razor.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Everything slows to a crawl for a minute. It's definitely to Alch Capone's benefit. I mean, you can see the Alch up here at the top of this net worth chart, but like, Alch is almost done already. He's got this AC to finish up, and he's got this Soul Ring to replace, and then he's like pretty much done. He can upgrade his blank, and then there you go. So he's almost as strong as he's ever going to be, and he's still kind of credibly in danger in some of these fights. So... Oh, yeah, Rainbow TP's coming in on Drow, which is the right move for sure.
Most certainly hurt you.
Silence all.
Reedy, of course, and Jackie Chen realize what's happening and run for the hills. Definitely want to take this objective up here. Gonna be a Rainbow TP on it. Gonna immediately get rid of the Neeks Assassin this time. Arena comes out on 0, but Drow is so isolated from her team anyway that it actually doesn't matter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just don't have the Drow fight before BKB this game, guys. Like, and now we wait. And now we're back. And in that time, Manoy took Aegis and is now just going to do this ancient stack, but you know how it goes. Gonna casually, very casual Arena there, just drops it on the Dawnbreaker of all people. Gets rid of her. As that last exchange has looked so far, honestly, the dual win on LC might be worth the losses sustained since, as long as they don't just lose right now. Like every dual win on LC, every step closer you get to the point where LC can just kind of duel anyone she wants and win it. Any step closer you get to that is going to be a step in your favor. Meph gets Alchemist to TP in on him. Sandganger's looking through the jungle. Kai, of course, is wise to these shenanigans. Maybe? Okay, let's walk into this wave. Kai is doing exactly what they want him to do. Okay. Never mind. Okay, it's fine. I've just got a lot of attention on himself and TP'd. I don't know what Kai's doing here. Is taking a smoke break or what? TP, homeboy. This ain't a place for you to be. Just wants to cut the waves, I guess. Yeah, he's just trying to cut these waves. Dawnbreaker once again just eliminated from... Okay, they didn't actually eliminate the Dawnbreaker from existence here. Okay, you cut the wave and that's cute and all, but like... You're really riding the lightning.
Dire are scanning.
Okay, there we go. Getting the hell pinged out of him. Again, the vision not to their advantage here. Bohoro probably really regrets using that 4-step on the Dawn there! Oh no, bro. Yeah, I think that might have just overed this game instantly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Which is a bit unfortunate. I got a Mindbreaker. It's very convenient for him against Quap.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are
Just
fortified.
an offensive glyph here. There's no buybacks on this entire team.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
I'm just gonna scream at the, let's just scream out his frustrations, but unfortunately is, not gonna like what he finds.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Instead of Rax going down, they do have to pull out now. I mean, do they? LC did win that duel. Well, he's actually just about to lose his first life in seconds, and all of his supports are dead. Dawnbreaker is just inexplicably just gonna go try and have a 1v1 with the Razor that's like 3 times his net worth. I don't know what the hell that's about. Speaking of I don't know what the hell that's about, Mars has dropped an arena on Drow to facilitate the BKB reveal. Well, I mean, Drow just randomly dies here, so it's fine. Yeah.
Radiant structures are
I
fortified.
believe we have passed the threshold in which this game could be considered properly competitive, so I'm just going to speed this up now for my own sanity. Staying angers very slowly. Put it down here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna have a duel on the Neek's assassin here to get rid of him. Okay. Okay. Maybe we are. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe we are looking at something interesting happening here. Or maybe Manoy is just gonna 1v5 and win.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Except for Drow, Drow's just gonna get like caught alone at bot and die. You know, it's been long enough since this game. There's some post-season season contents up. One of the things one of the players on this team was talking about was effectively a more or less complete lack of coordination, contradictory comms, and all of that. And buddy, you can see it all over this game.
Radiant's bottom
I mean,
has fallen.
this feels like the exact opposite of the match that they had a couple of weeks ago. Like, there's not really any good reason that Sangangers won this game. This is a really bad draft, and they like put a lot of holes in it. But it didn't matter at all. Like, they just lost to a puzzle on Mars, which is like
Radiant's top
probably legitimately maybe the worst Pause 1 you could possibly have within reason. It's like, if you want to start talking about worst heroes, you might have to start talking about like Pause 1 Shin or Disruptor or something, right? Or your Pause 1 Bane. Even that might be a touch better. Once again, just back into this game being ridiculously uncompetitive. Had a funny duel on the Undying here. It's at least going to pad out Helsey's dual damage stat at the end of this game. They do actually have loads of stacks on the Alchemist here, but it's hard to say that that matters. And now the Megas come back, right? Look how much faith I have in this Megas comeback. Mars just got a Dagon 5, he's gonna win. LC lost a duel to the Undying that she decided to take when they were doing the Roche. Oh jeez. He just can't kill anyone on Sandgangers. It's not even a close contest. Oy. Yeah, that was a depressing game. At least everyone gets to dance really fast now. Yeah, that was a very depressing game on the part of Alch Capone. I mean, that was just like... If Alch Capone's hats are in this game, there is absolutely no way they lose this. Like, this is like one of the worst iterations of the Sandgangers lineup I've seen in a while. And it won anyway. I mean, you do have some obvious upsides here, like, you know, the Neeks Assassin, at least in theory, makes Snap and Dawn not a thing. That wasn't really happening this game. They were dying just fine without his assistance. The Quap, like, was a decently played Quap, but I think her numbers are still a little too bad to make anything happen here. The LC was just like, I mean, I feel like it almost just went exactly how I expected it to go in my head watching the game in advance, to be honest with you. Like, I guess there is a good reason for Drow to have it to be coming out and be engaging in, like, some of the early fights in this game. Which, I mean, she really shouldn't usually be. It's just because you've got an LC here who's in a game where the LC can't do anything. And, the things that she does do, it just feels like, you know, Razor has about... you know, Razor has 66 dual damage too much. At least Alch doesn't have any, you know? I don't know. It just feels like, nobody, like... this feels like left hand and right hand aren't talking to each other. This feels like left hand and right hand aren't, like, even writing to each other, alright? They've got, you know, 10,000 ping, and they have no upload, and all their messages are getting deleted before they can get sent. That's the level of coordination we're looking at this game. I feel like it was probably a Cordon. I feel like maybe Mickle picks Dom for himself here, perhaps. I don't know. It just didn't work. This game didn't work. Don't pick LC here. Pick LC, like, any pick after that is fine for LC. Don't pick it there. Don't pick it in the danger spot. Makes it hard to do as a first pick team, because that means you're throwing somebody under the bus. Either you're pause one or you're mid to get it done, but, like, just don't do that. But beyond that, if you do, and he certainly did still have some advantages, even with all that, it wasn't a loss in draft for this team. You know, you gotta play it out right still. I don't know. I don't know. Definitely a disappointing showing for Alch Capone. Let's see what happens next time.